Hi, so let's talk about this day. Welcome to another diary, my English diary, about tracking my progress in English. And today I was in Kingston upon Thames, which is now part of London. And it was quite nice. I was also in the other places, but now I want to talk about the city of Kingston. Kingston is part of London. It's not a separate city, it's part of London. But funny is that it absolutely doesn't look like a part of London, it looks like a different city. And why? It's quite logical. If you think about it, then London, to be honest, London is something what doesn't exist. There is City of London, which is the oldest and let's say the financial part and the heart of London. There is Greater London, which is like the whole area of London, but there is no London. But it's just about words. Let's get back to Kingston. What's quite funny is that Kingston used to be a separate city, but as London was bigger and bigger, then he eated, I don't know which different word to use, he eated all the cities around. And now, when you travel by train to the Kingston, it looks like you travel through some suburbs, and now you are in a nice, beautiful city of Kingston. In Kingston is also, which is quite nice, the oldest surviving bridge in whole London. It was built, I think, in 1175, somewhere in 12th century, so more than 800 years old bridge, which is quite amazing. It's a small bridge, stone bridge, but used for cars, so quite sturdy have to be. Also, there is River Thames, and I forgot to visit the bridge, which is quite funny because I really love history. I forgot to visit the old bridge and also to visit the River Thames, which is not a problem because I want to visit it again. I want to walk the Thames Path, which is a nice long distance trail around the river of Thames, which goes from the source to the sea, about 350 kilometers, I think, about something like that. So one day I will be back and I will walk the whole length of the river Thames. And of course, I will visit also the River Thames in Kingston because it flows through this city. In the Kingston, I was at the Christmas markets, but to be honest, all the Christmas markets in London are in general the same. They sell the same stuff, but really, it's like Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. It's really the same stuff on every market. I think that here in UK it must be very difficult to have, let's say, a small business. Yeah, to run a small business, just one stand with your own stuff. Because on every market you can see some sponge cakes, I don't know how to call it. It's a white fluffy stuff inside of a chocolate. In our country we call it Indianek, which is like a Native American. I have no idea why is it called like that, but this is how we call it in our country. I don't know how to call it here in English. Also, you can buy some stuff like the copies of historical telescopes and some other historical stuff. You can buy some knitted toys, but everything is really exactly the same, absolutely the same. And most of the stalls are with food, which is something absolutely different than what I was used to, what I am used to, not I was, what I am used to from Czech Republic, where most of the stands are about the local stuff, the wooden decorations and so on. But what I really like here, why I'm in London almost every year during Christmas, is the atmosphere. Because I'm not in the markets to buy stuff, I'm to soak up the amazing atmosphere which is here. In general, in London, most of my money I spent for teas and books. Also today I bought some teas from TWGT. They have quite amazing teas. They are quite expensive, but they are amazing. And I also found some new tea, Christmas tea. It's some Danish tea, so I will see how it will taste. And so let's say some more about what I did today, about my day. I was in Kingston before lunch, and after lunch I traveled back to, not after, but into time of lunch, about 1 p.m. I traveled back to London. The journey is quite short, about 20 minutes by train from the Waterloo station. And then, which was quite funny, I found out that there is, in Leadenhall Market, which you may know this place from Harry Potter, there should be some Christmas market on today, 24th of November. So I took one stop from Waterloo to the bank using tube, the Waterloo and City line, which is just from Waterloo to bank. It's a very short branch. And in the Leadenhall Market, there wasn't any market. I don't know why, if it should be on different time, I have no idea, but it was still nice. The Leadenhall Market is absolutely beautiful. It's designed to absolutely amazing. So it was nice, and I'm happy I was there. Then I walked through the city and took another tube to visit the Harrods. Why Harrods? I hate Harrods. Harrods is overhyped. It's extremely crowded. There are a lot of people. Only things for extremely rich people. From my perspective, it's shit. Yeah, only shitty stuff, extremely overpriced. It doesn't make sense to spend so huge money just for some brands. Yeah, this is how Harrods works. But they have a few amazing things. They have good scones, and I wanted to have some scones today. Also, they have quite nice piccalilli, and I love piccalilli. I love piccalilli so much, and it's almost impossible to buy it in Czech Republic. If you don't know what piccalilli is, you can imagine it as, let's say, pickled vegetable in a mustard sauce. It's absolutely amazing. Typical British side dish, and I love it. So I bought the piccalilli, and I also wanted to buy some Christmas tea from Harrods to try it, because I love tea, I love Christmas teas, I love Christmas, so I wanted to buy it. On the first floor, in the food area, they had the Christmas tea only in some bulbs, like glass bulbs. It looked like some glasses for the witches. It was in a nice wooden box, but it was overpriced. It was like £50, which doesn't make sense for me to spend so much money just for tea. So I wanted to buy it in a tin or in a paper box, just like a loose leaf, or in the tea bags. And they had it as a loose leaf only in the lower ground, in the Christmas shop. So I took the staircase, went to the Christmas shop, and that was funny. I was able to find the tea in the extremely overcrowded place. It was insane. And when I wanted to pay it, the queue was so long. It was at least for an hour. It was really it was like a snake. Maybe you remember from Nokia 3310, from the very old Nokia phone. There was the game Snake. So it was like a snake through almost a whole store. So I decided to put the tea back and leave it without the tea. Maybe I will buy it at the airport, because Harrods has also the store at the airport. So maybe I will be able to buy it there. I will see. And also, when I get back to my hotel, I missed some nature. To be honest, I missed nature a lot in the last days. So I walked through the Hyde Park, by the Buckingham Palace. And the Buckingham Palace, which is quite amazing, they have it's not new store. In the Royal Mews, they have a Christmas shop. The shop is there for a quite long time, but I never had like a Christmassy stuff. Now they have Christmassy stuff, so you can buy some Christmas stuff. I bought nothing, but next to them, on the small courtyard garden, I don't know how to call it, they have like a stand with teas and cakes, which is quite nice. I was able to take take a tea, the festive tea, in Buckingham Palace, and also some gingerbread cookie, and it was delicious. The tea was delicious, the cookie was delicious. So I'm very happy with today, my today's adventure. I was also in the parks, which was quite nice. In the last year I spent much more time in nature and much less time in the cities, and I think it's something I don't know how to say it in English, but you don't need that long time to be used to the nature, to really fall in love with the nature, and let's say start to hate a bit the cities, which are overcrowded by people, cars and so on. I still love London, but I miss the nature. I think next time I should stay in some different hotel near to the Hyde Park to be able to go through the park every day, because Hyde Park is absolutely amazing. There are a lot of birds, a lot of squirrels, a lot of herons, and also when I was last time in London 6 months ago, I saw some robins, which are my favorite birds. Here a lot of nature in London, yeah, so if you love nature, you definitely will be happy here. And yeah, and when I get back to my hotel, I spend here like one hour just to take a rest, and then I walked back to the city because I wanted to see the Christmas lights on the Oxford Street, on the Regent Street, also during the evening. So I walked over there, I visited Selfridges, which is quite nice store. They have really beautiful Christmas store there, and also I visited some, I don't know how the shop is called, but a shop with like games and manga, like this stuff. I don't know how this stuff is called. And I bought a new book, which I have here. Let me show you the book. The Magic of the Unicorn. It's not for me. It's for my wife and my daughter. And it's the classic series is back. Choose Your Own Adventure. Do you know these books? It's quite amazing, because this book doesn't have end. And how it works, you read the book, and on some page you have to make a decision. For example, here on page 9, yeah, if you think it's best to watch for a bat before you do anything else, turn to page 24. If you enter the cave to look for a bat, turn to page 33. And then you decide how the story continues. And the end can be every time different. There are 27 possible endings, which is quite amazing. And why this book? Because the favorite toy of my daughter is her unicorn. So some story about unicorns, why not? And before we finish, I will read you what about is this book, just to practice my reading and my speaking. So, this book is different from others. You decide what happens in this story. During a blisteringly hot summer, you discover that your village's water supply has been poisoned. Armed with a magical talisman, you set off on a quest to find the one thing that can save the town. A unicorn. Yeah, see, this one unicorn. But ahead of you lie many dangers. A fire-breathing dragon, an angry warlock, and a devilish duchess. Choose wisely and you will triumph. Otherwise, your home and your life will be in grave danger. So, that's all. The price was £8.95, which is quite nice. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you didn't watch it, it's quite fine. I do it just for myself. So, have a nice day. Bye.